Okay, children. Next, learn taxonomic position. That's meant by general categories of characteristics of general character, general characteristics of Indian cattle leech. Okay, we can learn for Indian cattle leech what is the binomial name of Indian cattle leech? Grudineria granulosa. So first we learn taxonomic position. Taxonomic position or systematic position. How organisms arrange in order in taxonomical way. Okay, what is meant by taxonomy? Taxonomy, it is a arrangement of systematic manner. Right? Taxis mean arrangement, norms mean method or law. Okay. So now taxonomical position. Taxis mean arrangement, norms mean method or law. Okay. So, how there is a Indian cattle leech, how their arrangement of taxonomical categories or systematic position. Generally, what is meant by taxonomical hierarchy? Already you know very well. First, kingdom. Kingdom, it is a broad area. Kingdom. Generally, it is a leech, belongs to kingdom of Animalia. Then another is comes to phylum or divisions. Phylum is know that phylum. Phylum, you know that, especially in Animalia, belongs to group invertebrates. The nature of phylum is called Annelida. Okay, that's meant by that is Annelida. Generally, phylum and another glass. Glass, that's know that Grudinia. Grudinia. Okay, glass another in order. Order such way example of Nathotilidia. Nathotilinia. Nathotilidia. Okay. Another genus Hirudinaria. Species granulosa. Okay, this way of arrangement of systematic manner in Indian cattle leech. So you know that animal, what is the general categories of animal? When you find it animal, epithermal hair system in scene and also milk producing gland are there. So then Annelida. Annelida already told you. Annelida, it is a metamerically segmented animals. Then hirudinaria, it is a glass because it secretes as a hirudine. Hirudine means it is a protein component. Its secretion because it is prevent the coagulation of blood during the second host organism. Then Nathothlaudia, that is belongs to order. Hirudinaria genus and species. Species is a basic unit. Okay, it is a basic unit of classification. Basic unit of classification. Okay, generally an animal with a taxonomical hierarchy including species to genus, order and class and phylum, kingdom. The kingdom is a vast variety of scene. Now, next we learn to external morphology one by one. First, habit and habitat. Generally, this animal very found on the India, so that's why it's called Indian cattle. Pakistan, and also their example of Myanmar, Sri Lanka. They are very distributed in all over the Asiatic countries. So Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and etc. There is also the example of Bangladesh also, where find one majority of this Indian cat of leech. And generally this animal are sanguivorous. Sanguivorous. What is meant by sanguivorous? Generally blood sucking animals. Blood sucking animals sucking in nature. This is called sanguivorous. Because when there is a main food also called blood, so this depending on heat. And where we find this animal, the area of distribution among India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Bangladesh, etc. Because it is a sanguivorous, it is a nature of habit of area. And this we find on where is find a lake and dam, and also there is a pond, swamp regions. There is a connected from a river and a sea. The part of the place is called a swamp and etc. There will be find in the area commonly in area granulosa. Now we going to next the category of external appearance, external morphology. These are also called external morphology. No? External morphology. External morphology. First we learn to size and shape. Generally, this also called oval or round, elongated in nature. Form. Generally, this is called a vermiform in nature. That's mean by worm-like appearance, Okay. Then actually, it is actually called a ribbon-like and worm that is very soft in nature. Very soft, a ribbon-like nature of organism. Majorly, this is called a segmented in nature. Segmented and annular in nature of the animals. These are also safe. And generally, how much length of the animals? They may be 35 centimeter about length in nature. Okay. The next, when there is a find, there is another category of external morphology of leech. Example of coloration. So how there is a find there is this kind of animal in color where there is naturally it is a dorsal and a ventral portion are seen. The dorsal portion we can say is a olive leaf in color. Then may and ventral it's called a orange red in appearance or also called or yellow appearance. When find there is a list of Indian cattle of so find that is two color. One is called olive leaf in color, another is called orange red or yellow in appearance. The next we move to segmentation. What is segmentation? Already I told you. These organisms look like a compartment for the train. Segmented, metamerically segmented means merically segmented. That's why it's called belongs to phylum of Annelida. Generally, there is called 33 segment are there. The segment will be arranged in a one by one part of the manner. The way what act as a 9 to 11th segment should be bulging appearance. The segment like a 9 to 11th bulging appearance. Some kind of there is external large bulging appearance. This is known as a clitellum. Clitellum, what is the role of clitellum? It acts as during the breeding section cocoon. Okay. Generally, most of there is a cocoon when act as a arthropoda and during the life cycle of insect. but there is way act as a breeding section. Breeding period, the way act as a cocoon during the copulation and reproductions. The next move to receptor. What is receptor? When ability to senses of environment, know that with the help of the receptor. Receptor, there is a, when we find the organ of receptor, the first 1 to 5th segment, when we find the receptor, they are also possessing in eyes and mouth on the regions. Generally, it is 1 to 5 segment, eye or mouth. Now, next, the receptor can be divided into based on the location, annular receptor and a segmental receptor. Also, another receptor is called annular receptor is called oral receptor. These receptor when made to ability to senses of environment. That's why it's too responsible to environment, to natures. Next we come to here sucker. Already told you, sucker, it is a specialized characteristic of leech because it is a sanguivorous animals. Sucker, what is the role of sucker? When there is seen in a dorsal and ventral portion is called a anterior and posterior part of the body. The sucker, it is a specialized attachment and attachment of coast and feeding. And also movement they are needed to sucker. Okay. So there are two types of sucker are there. One is called a anterior sucker, another is called posterior sucker. Okay, anterior sucker also called oral sucker, posterior sucker is called ventral sucker. Generally, anterior sucker are seen 1 to 5th segment. The ventral segment is called a last pair of 7th segment. Last 7th segment is called ventral sucker. Generally, these sucker is help to attachment and also there is when sucked into the coast on the blood. Okay. Next, next move to here another